Days where all things said are alleged. Allegedly, y'all, some of y'all people couldn't even act right down to the Met Gala. Goodness gracious, y'all. How's everybody doing this evening? Hey, Brianna. Hey, Bostress. Let's see who else is in here. Pardon me, y'all. Gotta correct the camera. Hey, Tarot Destiny. Hey, Cashmere. Hey, Justice for Us. Hey, Tanja. Hey, Layla. Whew, y'all. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here today. Hey, Sammy. I had a horrible muscle spasm, y'all. It woke me up out my sleep. So I'm gonna stay on here as long as I can. I got my trusty buddy here, Asper Cream, just in case my arm starts to lock up. You said your screen just went black. I don't know what's going on. Hey, JD Marja. Can y'all see me? Ooh. Like I said, pardon me, my forearm is really acting up. Like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but like this part is swollen compared to this arm. Whew. Hey, Tanisha. You said, you said don't tell me they starting early. I guess, I said down to the Met Gala. They had to check and see if they dimmer was working. Oh, goodness. Let me go ahead and put my charger in the phone. There we go. Whew. So, I haven't given away a free reading in a while. So, I'm going to give one away tonight. I have a very interesting question. I'm going to say it now at the beginning, and then I'm going to say it when more people come in. So, hey, Millie, how are you, sweetie? Millie the Mystic. Hey, Aja. Thank you, sweetie. I can use the healing energy, y'all. When I tell you I woke up out my sleep, all of this, just muscle spasms. It's crazy. But I don't know. I guess because it's been raining a lot here. Hi, Michael. How are you? Oh, thank you from South Africa. I greatly appreciate you. Love you back. So, here's my question. And I'm going to bring this back up later because I want to give everybody a chance to, be able to win a free reading from me. So, can you tell me how many people, the number of people, you don't even have to give me the names of all the people, give me the number of people that have been banned from the Met Gala since its inception. Now I'm going to put this same question up later. Don't put any answers in the chat. No, Lux, no answers in the chat. We're not going to do the answers yet. I'm just giving you the question now. And the reason why I'm giving you this question is because it's going to feed off into a reading that we're going to do today. Because the number may change. That's why I don't want anybody to give me no answers, y'all. No answers yet. No answers. Because the answer may change. So I'm not going to even take any answers right now. We're going to come back later and ask the same question again later after I do the reading. Besides, don't help nobody else win. Y'all good? You don't even have to apologize. Don't help nobody else win. So it's gonna be a question I'm gonna read on from the Met Gala. Okay? That's why the answer might change. Who y'all? I'll tell y'all this. Rihanna was stunning. She always looks great pregnant. Nikki, absolutely beautiful. That soft glam, gorgeous. I saw somebody say they like my lipstick color. Thank you. I meant to answer you earlier. Um, you know you have a really pretty face when they can do a really sheer soft glam and just your bone structure and your natural beauty shines through. So can I do a reading on Kai Sanat Group Amp? They're saying one of the members was kicked out because he wasn't down with selling his soul. Lord. Would you say just big and sneaky? I can't stand Bigfoot. Y'all, did y'all see the people outside calling her that as she was going up the steps? They were literally calling her Bigfoot as she was going up the steps. Said, "OMG, I know you're." Yeah, it's Tanja is better than it was, baby. It woke me up. I thought somebody finally got me for talking smart. I was woken up like 5 o'clock in the morning, just literally like, oh, wait a minute. I said Nikki's side profile is sickening. Like she has a beautiful bone structure. She is classically, naturally pretty, and that's something that you just can't take from her. Says she tried to act like she didn't hear them. Yes, I definitely saw that. Baby, she heard that. That's why she didn't turn around. Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to get comfortable. Woo. Yeah, Nikki is beautiful. She's classically pretty. That's what I would call classically pretty. And can we give a shout out to Law Roach? Okay? Luxury Law did that. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. You can't say he don't be on it. He did that. Now, I know some people are going to think that I'm hating and I don't care. Whatever. Um, for me, it wasn't even about Megan's look not fitting the theme of the night. The dress was illy fitted. It was a beautiful dress, but it was poorly fitted. And I'm going to tell you why. Megan, being a tall woman, she needed an elongated torso to her dress. The torso wasn't long enough. The cups were too small. When you are a heavier, busted woman, you cannot wear those little cups and mash your girls down like that. Um, the split on the side of the dress did not lay properly. The lines of the dress were not, you could tell it wasn't tailored for her. Because when you have a really high split, it has to lay flat to the lines of your body so that the dress doesn't shift and your hoo-ha is not outside. And yes, baby, I did see those heels, honey. Her toes were hanging over the front of that sandal like a cliffhanger. Nothing was properly sized for her. And it made me think they must have, had a rack where they let her pick her outfit from off the rack at the last moment and was like, okay, find something you like. Let's put something together for you. Let's see what fits. That's what it looked like. Her look looked off the rack. For me, it wasn't even that it was, off theme. It was ill fitted. Say Henny stay squeezing into shoes too small for her. Baby, they wasn't too small this time. Her toes were sliding clean off the front of them. She needed shoe shields so that they could keep her feet in place. So it's either one or two things. Either she oiled up her feet and they were sliding out of the shoes, or the shoes were not the right size and she didn't have shoe shields to keep her feet in place. But nothing that she had on, you can tell, was actually constructed for her. Like when something is couture and it's made for your body, you're not going to have those gaps and spaces in your outfit. It's literally going to be made to the lines and the aesthetic of your body. Said, and she slapped Angel Reese with her ponytail. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. The front of the hair was okay. It was the back of the hair that didn't look like it was fully molded. If you look at the back of her hair, you can tell that the part back here, it was cracking. It was not a look for the Met Gala. Said people mistook the theme for old Hollywood. You know what? I don't think they mistook anything. Some of those people just wore what they wanted to wear. Because when you go to something like the Met Gala, they let you know what the theme is, because your designer has to make your costume or your ensemble according to the theme of the evening. Like when you go, you get, either a packet or something emailed or printed out to you, letting you know the rules of engagement for that evening, the do's and don'ts, and what you're supposed to wear to be on theme. Said, too bad her look don't hit, because she's a very pretty girl. She is a pretty girl, and I do feel that if she's styled properly, they could have her looking really good. It just did not look Met Gala good. But then again, neither did Cardi. Lord, Cardi looked like I don't know, they must have been inspired by a stalk of broccoli. That outfit was a no. Said the fit Zendaya had on was nice and gave me MJ Smooth Criminal vibes. It just was bland. I think people think that outfit was bland because it's white. But if you look at the stitching and the way that it's constructed, it is a very, very complex piece, because the pattern of that suit is not a simple pattern at all. But the way that it's constructed and the way that it's styled made it look very effortless and seamless. Yeah, Cardi's hair was a mess. So Cardi looked like something from Alice in Wonderland. Baby, I ain't gonna even give her that. She looked like, she had a hard night at Studio 54. I didn't like it at all. Say, yes, the cuts are not easy to achieve. That's right. That's right, Lux. So if you understand, clothing construction, you understand patterns, you understand stitching, then you will know that was not a simplistic piece to put together. I don't know if I shared this with y'all, but my grandmother was a master seamstress. So a lot of times I would be in the basement with her, with the ripper, deconstructing things as she would, fix people clothing, because a lot of times it wasn't just that she would create pieces for people. She would do a lot of work where she would actually alter and stitch things for people. So when you know how to construct and deconstruct clothing, you can see the things that are simplistic versus things that actually take certain types of stitches and patterns. You said, I think Henny snatched her face back. Look how high her eyebrows set on her face than they did a few months ago. Could have had, or it could have been a trick of the makeup artist. To me, I think that was more of the makeup artist than the look that they were looking for. Says she looks like the character from Sesame Street who lives in a garbage can. No, not Cardi. Look like Oscar the Grouch. I'm done. Said the one with green and grumpy. That's Oscar. Y'all are crazy. Wait a minute. Said Vogue even released a short video explaining the theme and inspiration of this year. Some of those people are just lazy stylists or just didn't have the money or the resources to get their look right. I agree, G. Marie. I agree. Says Zendaya's look inspired me to pull out my sewing machine and start really tailoring my clothes. Ooh wee. Brianna, don't tell me you got some talents now. Yeah, Tiana Taylor looked good. She did. But see, that's her aesthetic. So I knew if anybody could pull that off, Janelle Monáe and Tiana Taylor, like they live in that dandy look. So I knew that they would get it. Hey, Troy from Sydney, Australia. How are you? Thank you for coming in and joining us. Now, I don't know what Doechii was doing. Like, that's a look that she should have slayed, and she didn't. She looked like Big Boy from Outkast. Ivy Lee, that's funny. Thank you, Kaden. Okay, so this is your design page. I got to come back and follow you. Said I hope Anna Wintour bans her. Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Said Cardi Fit looked like they were trying to go for Prince vibes. Listen, I literally told somebody last night on the phone. I said, Cardi looked like if Prince and Broccoli had sex, this would be the outcome. Not Henny hair look like the ish emoji. Y'all are... Oh, yeah, Janelle Monáe outfit did have an optical illusion. Oh, not Doechii look like Norbit. I'm done. Oh, goodness. Let me not laugh at nobody too hard. My damn shoulder already hurt. Oh, Sam, what is the Met Gala? Sorry for the dumb question. Not a dumb question. So the Met Gala is a very prestigious night for fashion. People come from all across Hollywood and the fashion community, and they have a theme every year. And you have designers who come and dress celebrities for the Met Gala according to whatever the theme is. And they walk well, it wasn't even a red carpet this year. They usually walk the red carpet and all the photographers take pictures and those pictures go around the world. One of the biggest nights for networking period in the industry. Definitely, Anna Wintour's baby. Said a place where people wear clothes and ish, like Mary J said. Not in this dancery. Oh my gosh. Not it was the cornbread and caviar for me. Listen, I'm going to tell you what it was for me. It was the fact that you are not supposed to even have a phone at the Met Gala because they like to control the images that come out to the public so that they can make sure everybody looks their best. And Megan was in there going live, eating all the hors d'oeuvres. And, and they were rating the hors d'oeuvres like it was a mukbang. I knew when I seen that. I said, girl, this might be your first and last damn year. Ooh, hey, Control. Hey, Isaiah. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Jazzy May. Ooh, you said her old country ass. Listen, I'm country as hell, but I still have couth. You have to know how to behave and how to read the room. All three of them definitely didn't know how to read the room. Now, Angel Reese, girl, I'm ashamed of you. You got a podcast. You should have been in there working that room, walking around, shaking hands so that people would want to come on your podcast. You should have been there marketing your brand, not judging floating hors d'oeuvres. Said me too, I'm from Mississippi, and that's how I know. What part of Mississippi? Austin? My people are from down there. They're from the Delta. Oh, baby, I don't want to mess your name up. What is it? Clyde Fisha? Am I saying that right? Peace and love to you too. Okay. So I want to say, let's see, mine are like Tillman, Natchez, and I want to say Jackson. A lot of us went to school in Jackson. You said Angel just looked happy to be there. Right, she should have been networking. You have a podcast, baby. You should, all those wonderful people in that room that you would have never had access to. This was your chance to walk around and like you were running for president, kissing babies, shaking hands, laughing at stale jokes. Like, what were you doing? H.E. Marie said Angel Reese should have been trying to get fashion deals. Right. So she's tall and skinny and gorgeous. She has the look. I hope she at least left with some contacts. I would hope she did. It would make no sense to be there and not. It says 70 in California. And yes, very few can say it. My father made it up. Okay, I just didn't want to say it wrong. I'm okay. I'm glad I said it right. Thank you. I said we didn't see any pictures of Meg with Cardi either. They said that Cardi avoided her all night. So for the time that they were around each other, I guess Cardi say no more throwing shoes. I'ma behave myself. Said she left with Meg. She was following the wrong leader. I heard that. I heard the both of them left, which is why I'm about to tap into the energy around Meg at the Met Gala, because I don't know if y'all know this, but when you do industry events and you're wearing a designer's clothes and you're wearing a jeweler's jewelry, you can't just leave and go where you want to go like you leaving a regular event. They have to make sure that they get the jewelry back and the clothing, and that it's safely removed off of you without any incident, nothing's broken. They have to look over everything so that they know that they don't have to charge you. Said she was bossing her around, telling her where to go and what to do. Sound like how she do with everybody else that she hang out with. Said Cardi can't afford another mishap. Her career is on thin ice. I agree with you, Tanisha, especially after last year's Met Gala where she couldn't remember the designer's name and said the Asian designer. That really set off everybody. And I noticed they gave her another Asian designer. Said it has to come back just like they gave it to him. That's absolutely right. It can't be full of odors and perspiration. They got to make sure that you didn't, rip or split the garment, especially if you got something with all those stones on it. They want to make sure that, all the stones didn't fall off the dress. Anything that they have to do to fix that garment or alter it in another way, you could be charged for that. So what happened to Cardi? Her hair looked like a saucer. Um, I'm so upset because I'm all for big hair. I feel like they missed the mark on Cardi all the way around. Her makeup wasn't hitting. Um, she could have had big hair, but they should have made sure that they actually did something to like work on the texture of the hair. And I'm not talking about making it straight. I'm saying like moisturize it so that it not only has volume, but you can see the definition in the curl pattern. It was just a no. Hey Terry, how are you? So let me pull out a deck. So we're gonna tap into, y'all ready for this? You said don't be looking like a tumbleweed. Baby, you could have stood next to her and blew and made a wish. You about right on that one. We're gonna tap into this rumor that came out of the Met Gala at the end of the night. I've seen it across YouTube. And once again, this is a rumor with no regard as of yet. It is rumored Word on the curb that Meghan has been banned from the Met Gala for disrespecting the rules and Anna Wintour. Now, remember the question I asked earlier. How many people have been banned from the Met Gala? Once again, y'all, do not put the answer in the chat as of yet. I'll tell you when I'm looking for the answer. Let's go ahead and tap in. Christopher Honey, email me for a reading at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Y'all, ooh, let me get my hand together. My shuffling might be a little slower tonight because this is the arm that I'm having the muscle spasms in. So y'all be patient with me. Oh, thank you. Thank you for reminding me about Station Head. Thank you, thank you. Hello, 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 Station Head. Welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays, where all things said are alleged. We tap into things that we find in the media, things that are trending on YouTube and the rest of social media. And hey, we don't know if it's true or not, but we're going to tap in and see what we can find, allegedly. So, first topic up is the rumor that Megan Thee Stallion was banned from the Met Gala due to not following the rules and guidelines and possibly disrespecting Anna Wintour. Alrighty, y'all, let's get started. Hey, Yaya, how are you, honey? Ooh, y'all. Hey, Vintage Paris Style Anna. You know, y'all put my notifications up late because a lot of y'all don't see them anyway. I'm here every week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ooh, alrighty. Show me the energy around how Anna Wintour. Nope, I ain't gonna go there yet. Show me the energy around how Megan was received. There we go. Show me the energy around how Megan was received at the Met Gala. Ooh, y'all, pray for me, my arm, Lord. Now, I'm asking how people felt about her and how they took in her energy. Okay, so everybody was watching. Interesting enough, the bottom of the deck. We got the Ace of Wands here, which means that people thought that, you know, she was moving impetuously, kind of, you know, how do I say this? It's that not really reading the room, doing things before thinking about it, possibly. Even possibly having risky conversation or acting in a way to where she may have been considered a little raunchy, allegedly. Oh, wait a minute. Don't make me laugh like that. That one hurt. Y'all, look. I, ouch. I did not mean to look down and see that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, gosh. Did the horsey get kicked out the Met? No, she left early. According to the people that were there. Her and Angel left early. Angel Reese, that is. And didn't I just say acting, you know, raunchy? Here we go. Conversation or behavior may have been considered a little bit on the lewd side, allegedly. Lord. Somebody around her could have been considered argumentative. That makes sense because they said Doechii was arguing with her team. Yeah, they just look bad as a group. I didn't hear anything bad about Angel Reese, but they look bad as a group. Whew, goodness. Said it's like she forced herself on everyone. Did y'all see that interview that she had with Lauren LaRosa? And I can't remember the designer name, but it was Lauren LaRosa and Tiana Taylor. Yeah, that was cringy. That was so cringy. Like, she had to remind herself not to cuss. And she literally said it out loud. Allegedly, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is my under the influence card. Lord. Up. Jocelyn Queen. Not her and Angel were going to make out, allegedly. Ooh-wee. Get the money first. Network first. Y'all got all night for that. You can always do that. Don't leave nothing on the table. Baby, what? I'd have been all around that room. Everybody in there would have felt like I was their cousin by the time I left. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Queen of Swords. We know that's, the card of the Aquarius or the air sign. It started off good. Everything started off stable. Started off looking very fruitful and prosperous for her. Looks like even people wanted to work with her or possibly talk to her about work. And then as the night progressed, something happened where they said, no dice. I'll rescind that offer. Like I said, somebody appears to be very argumentative and bit overbearing. Lord. It's like people start backing up off of her, like I'm gonna follow my intuition. Like there's a storm brewing here, something's about to happen. Y'all, feels like somebody felt like they were sorry for even being bothered with the situation. Even trying to deal with her on certain things, and she may have come off defensive. So it feels like a switch up. Like everything started really, really well. It was all good until it wasn't. Said, right, I would have been walking around passing out business cards, just in anything. Getting emails, I mean, something. Said, Henny be trying to sleep with everybody, allegedly. Said, I definitely would have been networking, especially if I'm new in the game. Yeah, that is one of the biggest networking nights of the year. Said, Henny definitely tried to sleep with everybody, Cashmere, allegedly. Said, keeps being the tone. I guess that's supposed to be tone deaf when dealing with Henny. Or it said, oh no, it said keeps being the tone when dealing with Henny. Yeah, it started off really, really well. It looks like it started off really, really well. And then there was a turn and people wanted to separate themselves from her because it's like the energy became aggressive. Not, I don't like you anyway. Stop it. Oh, God, y'all funny. Hold on. Not the Shanae, y'all. It said that was Tiana. Said, looks like Angel's going to find out the hard way. They say hurt people hurt people. I mean, that's if you choose to. Everybody done been through something. You got to choose to not, happen to others the way that people have happened to you. You may not be responsible for what somebody did to you, but you're responsible for what you do to everybody else. Said her inner voice kept playing Bigfoot. Said abusers learn behavior. People are really disrespectful. They'll learn. Um, I don't let grown folks off with that excuse. I have been through hell and high water most of my life, and I am not nasty towards people. That's still a choice. Said, where does the hairline start and stop? Uh, Terrence, you're probably ugly as hell. That's why you had to come on here and say something like that. It's always somebody that's bitter, that can't look in the mirror and like what they see, that come on here to say something ugly and don't even comment about the content. What do you mean you can't decide if I have a white mommy or not? Why would I have to have a white mommy? Y'all, the trolls have started early. Hey, Elizabeth. Yeah, you do have to choose better. Absolutely. It's a lot of people that have been through stuff and they just, they don't take it out on other people. You don't have to. So how did this come about? Because I do see the 7 of Cups here, so she may have gotten a couple of drinks in her allegedly. And that's when this behavior may have changed. Possibly, allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Today is one of those days. My whole right arm has been having muscle spasms, so I won't be shuffling like I usually do today. Yeah, said I've been through a lot in life, and I choose to be a decent person. Yeah, it's still a choice, and see, that's the thing. People gotta stop using the people treated me bad as an excuse to treat other people bad. You don't have to be nasty to other people because somebody was ugly to you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Fishy Tinks, if you spam me one more time, I'm going to block you. Stop it. Yeah, I said exactly. That's a character flaw. You choose to be a nasty person when you don't have to be. Right. Mm-mm. There go my light flashing. Ooh, y'all. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, y'all, but I'm gonna stay as long as I can. Yeah. It's like, hey, Fee, how are you? Yeah, so it's like once this behavior change or whatever was going on with this personality situation happened and it came to light, it literally was like, okay, it's time to go. So that may be the reason why she up and left so soon. Hey, Mystic. Hey, Naisha. Hey, Melanie. Yeah, she really messed it up for herself because people are going to be slow to work with her after this gossip behind the scenes goes around about how she carried on at this event. She really put a sour taste in several people's mouth. Some really, really notable people. Uh-oh, y'all, let me... Mm-mm. Sorry, y'all. My ring light is acting up. There we go. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, so is she not allowed to come back? Is she banned from the Met Gala? Mm. Tower card. Ooh, y'all, my arm, goodness. Tower card, y'all. And this falls under the Page of Swords. Like everybody felt like who said train wreck earlier? They felt like they were watching a train wreck. This is greatly going to affect her money. Rich, I don't know if you just got here, babe. She put a sour taste in her mouth because it's like, it's showing that she became combative. She became a little hard to deal with. You know, this just is not the night for that type of behavior. And it came off very off-putting. Said, I know she rubbed Tracy Ellis Ross the wrong way when she was telling her to put her phone away. I could tell her energy was defensive. Yeah, they give you a leaflet or a packet letting you know all the things that you can't do. Tracy was really trying to help her because phones are banned from the Met Gala. You cannot have a phone at the Met Gala. And if you have your phone, you cannot be just going live and taking pictures. It's in the contract that you signed to even come to the Met Gala. They have control of all the images that they release from their event. That's the reason for that. Says some people get aggressive when they drink. She takes me as that type of person. It's starting to sound like that. Said the poop in the hair was it for me. The look that she was giving just gave me 1996 homecoming. It didn't give me Met Gala. Was it a beautiful dress? Yes. It just was not properly fitted for her, and it was not, you know, the best attire for that evening because it didn't even fit the aesthetic that they were looking for. Somebody made a very good point earlier, and I'm going to put this out there. They said that she dropped the ball because she could have had the stylist. Thank you. Say, hey, Angel. Hey, everyone. How are you? Say, hey, Miss Zoe. They made a great point. They said that she could have had them tap into Tina Snow and really had a very nice, you know, men's suit tailored to her in a feminine way, like the dandy look, and came more like the pimp type look because Tina Snow, you know, and the whole build around who Tina Snow is. And I thought that would have been a great idea because it would have fit the whole, you know, theme of the evening. So the hair, it just, it didn't even look like they took the time to properly mold it right because it started off nice in the front, but when you get back here, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't molded the way the front was, and it was starting to break around the back. You said Millie said that last night. Oh shoot, I didn't even hear that. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It really looked like she was going to prom in 1996 or homecoming. Said the design was like you have $200. Okay, go pick something off the rack in the back. Oh Lord. Yeah, blonde wig, pip hat. I mean, to me, a woman in a well-tailored suit with a masculine aesthetic to the suit is sexy if you do it right. So I really feel like her being tall, especially because she's lost that weight, you know, your statuesque, that would have come off really, really nice on her. The lines with her figure and her being tall, she could have really pulled that off. You know good and damn well I'm not your auntie if you asking me about putting raisins in a potato salad. Never in the history of my life will you get potato salad like that from me. Yes, Sybil, I agree. I was kind of thrown when I saw the clutch purse she had. It looked like she stopped down to Ross or Burlington on the way to the event to pick that up. It nothing about it just the designer he tried to give her a backstory to it where he was like, oh, we tapped into Josephine Baker, and I just sat there and kind of laughed to myself like the lies you tell, honey. Josephine was fly. That was a well put together woman when it came to fashion. You said City Trends clutch. Yeah, her shoes definitely did not fit. The way her toes were hanging over that shoe and her heel was off the back, no ma'am. Um, but you know what though? I don't even think it's about the budget. If you can't dress, you just can't dress. I don't care what the budget is. She wants to be a fashion girl, but she's not. Megan does not know how to dress. She just really doesn't. Can she be styled? Absolutely. You get the right stylist with her and she will look flawless. She'll look excellent. But her dressing herself, no ma'am. Says she tried to squeeze a size 15 in a size 7 shoe. I don't know what she did with that shoe, but it definitely didn't fit. Said the dress was not dandy at all. I mean, even if she was to do the female version of it, it still didn't fit the aesthetic of the evening. It just it's for me it was like this was her moment of redemption because she had already been invited to the Met Gala before in the past and she turned it down. She didn't come, which I couldn't understand that because she was working on an album. It would have been perfect for her to come, especially with that Asian and snake aesthetic because it would have fit into that Met Gala. But yeah, the tailoring could have made it absolutely. Say they put those shoes. Austin, I'm done. Not they put those shoes in the dryer for the moment and let her stretch into them to stretch them. Don't make me laugh, y'all. My shoulder, my arm hurt. Oh my God! Said is Henny really going to sue Nikki over the Bigfoot song? I heard that, and that is one of the dumbest things I heard. And because it's not something that is completely out, a pocket for her. Sadly, it's something that she possibly could do. It's the why. The song is older. It's over a year old. You just did the whole Bigfoot thing at Coachella. Sue for what? Because one person was yelling at you outside. Like that's stupid. Ooh. Said she took the tip from the white chicks and thought that she got two sizes from the back. I don't know who she got that tip from, but Sybil, them titties was mashed like potatoes. There's no way that you supposed to have a dress on and they supposed to look like they're in a hostage negotiation. Her nipples was probably blue when she took that dress off. It was definitely not uh, fitted for her properly at all. It just looked like something that was off the rack that had not been altered to fit her physique. Beautiful dress, but it was not properly fitted for her. Don't laugh at me like that, y'all. I'm serious. Listen, I can talk in this department. I'm very hefty up here. It's different things that you can do. Like usually like when they construct your clothing, they can construct a corset into the dress or you can buy the garments that go up under them to lift and separate. Like you need a certain type of support and let me show y'all something. Hold on. Daphne, goodness gracious. Why she say this was her foot at the Met Gala, y'all? Why? Oh my gosh. Let me. Oh. Oh goodness. Okay. So I want to give y'all some examples. Hold on. Of, a sweetheart neckline and how it's supposed to look when you're a little larger up top. Okay, those are little bitties, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. No, we don't. We won't give you no email. Okay, see how those are up? Now this could be a little, you know, a little bit more constructed here, but this is a cheap dress, y'all, so we gonna give them a little grace. But see how they're not mashed? Hers was mashed, y'all. It was a sad affair. Mine are larger than hers, so I know. There are ways that you can do that where you literally lift and separate and they sit up like they're on the shelf. Now, when they're big, you might not be able to look down and see your feet without bending over. But they gonna look good if you have the right undergarments or if your dress is constructed for that heavy lifting. But they're not supposed to be like this. No dress is supposed to have them like this in a hostage negotiation. They just not supposed to look like that. Yeah, so they were spilling out of the top and the sides. Yeah, you're not supposed to see side boobs. They're not supposed to be mashed, and they're not supposed to be trying to jump out and go free. When you see that, either the bra is too small or the outfit is not large enough for the bust. Um, that dress was for someone that was at least 3 cups smaller. 2 to 3 cups smaller, easy. She had to rely heavily on that neck strap. And I'm surprised it didn't pop like a damn rubber band. It was working harder than she'd has this last year. It was just not it was not fitted properly. It wasn't. You said Angel not jump out and go free. Listen, I promise you it looked like a prison break they was trying to get out. That's how I know it was not constructed for her, because if it was constructed for her, what they could have done is went a little deeper with the V, gave her a little larger cup on the side so she didn't have any spillage, and that would have held them, had them up. They would have, hey, that it's a difference from mashed breast to decollage. Like, you go to those types of places, you want the classy boobs. Those were not it. Where do you find these damn gifts? Y'all, look at this. Can y'all see this? Oh my God. I need to see, how are you? Uh, said she looked foolish and they drew her eyebrows up too high. Well, here's the thing. We don't know if the makeup artist did that or maybe she did her own makeup. I don't know. Hey, Taz, baby, how are you? All I know is those nipples were, I promise y'all, they probably look very, 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 very blue and ready to fall off because they were, baby, it was too much. It was, you have to learn. Listen, y'all, but for my guys that are in here, I want y'all to listen because the ladies know what I'm talking about. Usually, like when you go to homecoming or prom, especially prom and your wedding are the two times where you go to that bra store where you get that very expensive bra. Okay? That's when you go get that very expensive bra to go up under that garment to hold you up properly, to lift and separate, and to give you the right coverage according to whatever your garment is that you will be wearing. You do not spend all that money to look good, to not have the girls look good. The entourage, okay, has to be sitting up accordingly. You said she looks straight out of Whoville. Let me find an example, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna show you one of my own examples. Let's see if I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. I got a whole ton of pictures. Okay, I'm in the right area. Let me find. I'm looking for a particular dress. I did this Harlem Night theme. Let me see, years. Okay. Okay. So here we go, y'all. This is an old picture of me dressed up for a Harlem Night theme. And as you can see, there's no side boobs. I'm not mashed all the way down like baby food. And they're not jumping out. And I'm at least twice the size she is across the top. So It's no reason for her to have a professional stylist. Once again, that was before I left the house. You don't see the strap around my neck screaming for dear life. So when you have them and they hefty, there's a way that it can be done and it can still be classy. Justice for us. So that's what I mean. Like, not try to be mean, not try to be funny. It was poorly, fitted. Okay, I guess her spirit match. You don't want me talking about her dress no more. Still gonna talk about it. Thank y'all. That picture was from some years ago. So it's ways that it can be done. And that's what I mean about it. I can tell when she dresses herself versus when someone is actually styling her. Because a stylist would never allow you to wear their creation that way. The stylist's job is to always make sure that the outfit not only accentuates you, but you look your best in that outfit. Like, it has to be a trade-off. Like, you need to be wearing the outfit, not the outfit struggling and fighting trying to wear you. You say Henny don't know what a good bra is. I guess not. Y'all, sometimes there's a lot of women out here that don't know what size bra they actually wear because a lot of people don't know how to properly measure. Like, when you go get your breast measured to go get your bra, they're supposed to do 3 measurements. Here across the top, across the fullest part of the bust, and then here under the bust. So if they don't measure you 3 times, they cannot give you the proper measurements for your breast. What is going on with my ring light? Okay, let's see if that'll do it. Says stylists don't want to be associated with an unflattering look on their clients. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because what are they there for? Their job is to make you look like you're polished and you're high end and to bring the best out of that look that they can bring out of it. They need to also make it complement you so that it fits your aesthetic as well. So like I said, I can tell when she styles herself versus someone styling her. So is she bad? I might have to plug in my other ring light, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this one. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to swap these out. Give me a second. Because this one is somebody angry with me talking about that dress, y'all. Okay, let's see. Might be a little dim. There we go. Said Spirit of Bigfoot is attacking the light. Said the dress came from Macy's basement. Oh, Lord. Said, I wonder if she dressed herself. Remember, she allegedly had to dress herself for Fashion Week. To me, it did appear that way. You said I look blurry? Hold on. Says she's banned from the Met Gala from wearing that dress. Allegedly. Oh my gosh, y'all. Give me a second. Me and my date for the evening must get acquainted. Because my arm is starting to do the most, y'all. Ooh. Said the dressmaker was right next to her when she got interviewed. I was just telling them about that interview Okay, I'll find you later. That interview was kind of cringy. If you pay attention to it, it got to a point to where it felt like they put her back on the red carpet before the conversation just went somewhere they didn't want it to go. Yeah, I mean when they were talking about swagger and Lauren LaRosa said not the hard ER, I was like, oh no, what type of conversation is this? What are we doing? Said obviously they made that dress for someone else. Um, well, here's the thing, Rain. They the the designer. Let's put it that way. He may have designed the dress, but that does not mean he designed it for her. A lot of times, they have pieces that are sitting in places, and they'll bring you out a whole entire garment rack for you to choose something from in the garment rack. And to me, that's what it looked like happened, because had it have actually been you know created for her, it would have fit her so much better. You don't give a tall person a short torso dress. Not an established designer. Maybe an up and coming designer, but not an established designer. I don't know why it's blurry, baby. I can't fix it. We gonna keep it moving. They mad at me talking about this dress. They just gonna have to get over it. Did she get banned from the Met Gala? Oh yeah, it's a lot of gossip around this and about her actions. Three of Cups, King of Wands. A lot of people were rubbed the wrong way, y'all. It was a lot of whispers throughout the evening from what I'm seeing. Well, the phone was a part of it for sure, Taryn. That was a huge no-no. Um, it's one thing that she snuck the phone in. It's another thing that she continuously went live. I do see before she came, there were prospective people that wanted to work with her. Like I said, this was a great evening for networking and locking in sponsorships and, contracts with fashion lines. But all of that, it came to an end before I don't even think it took long after she got there, to be honest with y'all. Yeah, they said Tracy Ellis Ross was mad. Yeah, she was mad because everybody knows the phones are banned. She was trying to warn her. Said, I think she might really be slow, because why would you do that? I mean, you have to sign paperwork before you can come into the NDA. I mean, well, not coming to the NDA, coming to the Met Gala rather. You have to sign paperwork stating that you have read the rules and you will adhere to those rules for that evening. So, yeah, just think about, matter of fact, hold on, let me clear this table, because I know what I want to ask. I want to know, how does Pebble Nation feel about her? And let's not leave out Doechii, because Doechii acted a fool too, the way they talked about her yelling and cussing out her team. But let's see how Pebble Nation feels about her behavior at the Met Gala. Lord have mercy. Oop, I ain't gonna even read that one out loud. Said, plus she showed that these rich arse people eating cornbread and freaking caviar. Well, here's the thing. Um, they're all, they're always, I don't care what type of events you go to, like those hoity-toity events, they always have floating hors d'oeuvres. you never know what's going to be on the floating hors d'oeuvres. But for her to be naming off the hors d'oeuvres, and y'all, they treated it like it was a mukbang. It was crazy. You said Luca was also smoking in the museum, unfortunately. That's also against the rules as well. Those are I want to say it's only like 3 things that are banned from the Met Gala. That's definitely one of them. Said Doechii with her 30 minutes of fame, she feels that she can talk to people the way she wants to. 30 minutes of fame, 30 years of fame. It's just certain things that you don't do. People need to learn couth. They need to learn tact. They need to learn how to carry themselves for whatever the surroundings are. You can't just behave like you're at the Dewdrop Inn when you're at a classy establishment. You got to know how to, code switch, how to carry yourself depending on where you are. Yes, and Luca has been banned since 2019 for that. You said they can't spell it either. Ooh, Lord. Pebble Nation, how do y'all feel about Meg's behavior down here to the Met Gala? Well, remember what we said, the purpose of that night was for networking. So you've got the Empress here, which is to bring things into fruition. 8 of Coins work. So they figured this was going to get her work. This was going to get her name out there. This was going to help her to make more money, to build her brand, to elevate her brand. That was the point of her going. Seven of Wands. Cool. Somebody got some words for her. Somebody's very, very defensive over her behavior. Hold on, let me see what y'all talking about on station here. Y'all are funny. That's her makeup, y'all. Y'all cutting up on station here. Y'all look at the eyebrows. They said that's her makeup. I'm done. Nisi, we're talking about Meg at the Met Gala. And now I'm on Pebble Nation. I want to see how they feel about the way that she carried on. Said, I just wish black girls would show up better. Well, we ain't going to put that on black girls. That wasn't black girls. That was a black girl or the black girls that were at that table. For the most part, everyone that was there were very well behaved, whether we liked their outfits or not. They understood. The rest of the room understood the assignment. We'll say that. Said, I'm tired of all this hood rat. Yeah. We'll say 304 stuff. Act accordingly. The Met Gala is not the club. That's right. That's right. This was not, a sports bar or something of that nature. Like this is a very prestigious event. This is where you need to know the salad fork and the dessert spoon and the soup spoon. This is one of those types of evenings. Said Meg must have must have drunk 3 bottles of Henny before she came to the Met Gala because she was out of her mind. Said he had Kim crying and breaking down, Lord. Now, Kim Kardashian, I did like that outfit. I don't care what nobody said. That outfit was nice. Her after outfit was nice too. Hey, Miss Rell. Said she was giving ghetto and immature, unfortunately. She was putting the camera in people's faces and everything. And all those people around were just like, they were trying to hold it together because everybody else knew that phones were not allowed. So for anyone that helped to, partake in those lives with her, they can hang it up when it comes to being invited back. I believe this was her first Met Gala. It looks like it's going to be her last, honey. Said Nikki, Rhea, and Tiana Taylor ate everyone up. They look great. They did. Hands down, they did. They look great. Rihanna just glowed. Like her pregnant is beautiful. Said is Doechii gonna be invited back? I mean, here's the thing: you yelling at your team, you are going live with Megan. Like they just look bad as a friends group. They look like they had never been anywhere and they weren't used to anything where, you know, the wings are, you know, not 50 cents a piece. Everybody can't go everywhere. That's what they look like. Said Miss Anna don't play no games. Even Trump isn't invited ever. That's right. That's right. So, ooh, Lord. Who been with me for the long haul? Because this is going to sound very familiar to you. Remember when I told y'all that she could be sent on her way and she would be the last one to know about it? Six of Swords. People wanted to separate, they want to separate from her because they see her as toxic. Said this is Meg's second met. She had that viral Kiki moment. You know it's your girl. Let me look it up. Because I don't remember her at the Met before. But she definitely could have been. I just don't remember it. Let's see. What year was that, Teddy? Waiting to see your answer. Okay, so let's see. Images. Okay, so 2021. I didn't even remember she went. So it was during like the quarantine time. So, okay, so the fit for her breast is a lot better in this dress. I'm not a big fan of this dress with the tulle on it, but you could tell that this is something that she didn't style herself. So, you see how the bust looks so much better here? That's how you know a stylist was involved in that. And look at the shoes. So, yeah. I don't care for her makeup, but the fit on the dress is so much better. She looks so much more polished. Yeah. Much, yeah, definitely much better. She looks a whole lot more polished here. There you can tell she was actually styled. Thank you for letting me know about her going before. So, update. Not her first, but this could definitely be her last. Yeah, that one, that looked like she had a stylist. That looked so much more polished and ladylike. The hair, the makeup, the jewelry, the dress, especially. Oh my gosh, y'all see that was a sweetheart neckline and she wasn't mashed or anything. That's how you're supposed to look when you've been styled. A stylist is not going to let you walk out in an illy fitted dress because their reputation is on the line. That's how I know that other dress was like an emergency dress, something that was on a rack that was possibly, just a extra piece. Said said Nips had all that color and not abused. Oh, so she is well aware of the rules too. That's right. Because if she's been there before, then that means she knows about the phone rule and everything. So you've been here before and you disavowed all the rules and completely disrespected the Met Gala and you knew better. That's even worse. Says she probably didn't have enough money to pay a stylist and a glam team after paying $75K for a ticket. Um, Here's the thing. If the stylist actually wants to style you, they sponsor you. If you're paying 75,000 a ticket to show up, they did not want to dress you. Said that is the relationship with her. And what's the relationship with her and Law Roach? Ooh, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all give me a second. Shoulders tightening up. Do y'all want that one as a deep dive tomorrow morning, or do you want me to just tap into that right now? Because I think that Law Roach got that situation, I think that got some meat on the bones. Not your pre-fired. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, I see now. I see deep dives. I see now. Okay, so how about I do a light tap in and then I can do a deep dive and I can shuffle a little bit better to really, really get off into some things if I do this in the morning. Because this is what I want to do, y'all. I want to tap into her relationship with her and Anna Wintour. And I can do her, Anna Wintour, her and Law Roach, and the future of her in the Met Gala and just do it as one large video. But I'll do a quick tap in right now. Let me change the deck. Okay, so deep dive. We're going to do the deep dive in the morning, but I'm going to do a quick tap in here. And baby, when I tell you, everybody Law Roach worked on at the Met Gala look like money, okay? Luxury Law lives up to his name because he had everybody that he worked with looking amazing, astounding even. People look for Zendaya at the Met Gala before they look for her to do a damn movie. That's how well he puts her together. Mm. Okay. Ooh. Alrighty, let's see. How does Law Roach and Megan relationship actually work behind the scenes? How does Law Roach actually feel about Megan? What's going on with them? So in the beginning, there was balance. It was an equal give and take. Even Law Roach putting money in Megan's pocket, which that makes sense because let's remember they were on a show together. Shout out to Law Roach and Legendary. You know, she was on the first season of the show. I actually like him and Kiki together a lot better. They seem to flow a lot more. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Their banter always, has me cackling. And she gives it to him and he loves it. Yeah. So, like I said, everything started off good because he gave her an opportunity that put money in her pocket. This was supposed to really, really be a great foundation for her. It feels like he was going to keep her as a regular judge for the show, like come back every season. Yeah, I love him and Kiki together. What changed? What changed between her and Law Roach? Mm. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we've got, excuse me, y'all, we got the Page of Swords, which means that there were things that he's seen. Palace of Swords. Oh, Palace of Swords got to do with law enforcement, y'all. Things that he's seen, and it was like no dice. Now, remember, they started off at the bottom of the deck like this, equal reciprocity, him putting money in her pocket. Whatever he saw, he rescinded the offer. Ooh. Here's the star, which represents the Aquarius. Okay, so we know she's an Aquarius. Um, it's like he had big hopes for them working together, and it became a hangman. Okay, so we getting down to some things. We get to the meat and potatoes. Somebody came to him with a message. Message came in swiftly, and it was like he was sorry that he even got involved. Yes, baby. Listen, it's a lot of gossip going around the industry when it comes to her. Things that happen when she parties. It got to the point to where it felt like it was like walking on hot glass after a while. Something with anxiety and mood. Oh, Lord. The angel said mood disorder, y'all. Allegedly. Said I was disappointed how she did EJ. Well, baby, EJ moved on and is doing wonderful. He's actually doing better without working for her. So, yeah. I believe that the contract, allegedly, the contract may have been built to extend, because this would represent the contract and good money when the show picked up. And it was like they laid everything to rest. Like, now we're not going to move any further. This almost feels like it was abrupt. Let me see. Paul, that sounds really ridiculous. If I'm good looking, I can get any man. Why would I want to get a white man just because I'm cute? How about getting the right man? And that has nothing to do with complexion. Said the Barbs are mad at Law because he's not posting Nikki. Lorna, that's not true. He did post Nikki. He posts pictures of her. Y'all got to understand, they have rules for the Met Gala. They have to make sure that things go out accordingly first. He posted things of her behind the scenes, but people leaked images of Nikki. Good thing was she looked so good, it didn't matter what they leak. It still came out, on her behalf. Once again, Paul, stop talking to me because you sound stupid. I don't choose people according to their ethnicity. You being white does not make you the best. It just makes you human. That's it and that's all. If somebody gonna treat you right, it ain't got nothing to do with being white, black, Asian, or anything in between. That's a character issue, not a complexion issue, not a race issue. Okay? I'm not color struck, and I'm not a self-hating Negro. You need to take that to somebody that's way more immature, that has less sense. Because you being white don't make a difference to me. It's about the type of person you are. Said, I remember in college, people would automatically think I was into white guys because I was so dark skinned. Paul, we don't know what you look like. Talking about some you ain't look that good. You had to speak to me apparently because I did look that good. Where's your picture at so we can judge? Because I guarantee you're no Paul Walker. You just mad because your feelings hurt. You mad that introducing yourself to the chat as being white didn't make you a savior. We don't do that over here. You need to find somebody with low self-esteem if that's your sales pitch. Uh, can one of my mods put Paul on timeout? I'm tired of seeing you on my screen. I don't even want to see your print. I want to see nothing on my screen from you. You're a little too simple-minded to be in my chat. Whiteness does not get you a trophy over here, Paul. This is not that kind of place. You're either a good person or you're not. Beat it. So back to what I was saying, y'all. Allegedly, it feels like there were some behavioral issues, allegedly. Someone who could be hyper defensive at times. But it's definitely like word on the curb, word on the street. Like a lot of things may have been brought to law, allegedly. Things that came from some very viable sources, people that he trusts. And it turned him off just overall. Now, I'm going to ask this one question, and then everything else we're going to, do in the deep dive. Now, allegedly, people are assuming that Megan put up a picture of SpongeBob in Bikini Bottom to make fun of Nicki Minaj on the red carpet. I would hope that that's not true, because you can't make fun of someone for looking better than you. And that's a fact. I thought I told y'all to get him out of here. There we go. Bye, Paul. So let's see. Because y'all, if she did, take a swipe at Nicki, to me, I feel like it was two birds hit with one stone. Because if you're making fun of how Nicki looked on the red carpet, if she did, that means you're taking a direct jab at Law Roach, because he's the one responsible for her look. So why would you be shading Nicki's look, which means that's really a jab at Law Roach, if she did? Let's see. Was that Bikini Bottom picture a jab at Nikki and Law Roach, or was it random? Funny enough, you've got the Knight of Wands here, which explains why this was posted in the stories and not on her page. What was she investing in? Seven of Pentacles. Y'all. So allegedly, y'all, it's like she is trying to find her ships coming in, like her opportunities. And somehow it's like that beef sales, Ten of Pentacles. Is she still dropping that album? Because I thought she said she wasn't putting that album out. She was only going to be releasing singles. This is not going to work well for her, because one thing about those fashion girls, honey, you don't want them to be petty because they have a lot of reach. And see, these are the people, they're not going to beef with you. They're not going to do the back and forth. They'll get on the phone, or they'll meet each other for happy hour somewhere or at another event, and they'll have their quiet little kiki, and what's understood does not need to be discussed publicly. And she'll be trying to get out here and get work and won't be able to. Yes, they're trying to get in Nikki's algorithm. Nikki was number 3 in trending on social media. Say, yeah, that's what she said. Said, I remember when the bars begged Nikki to go live with Henny, and that's how she got that free feature. I don't, did the Barbs actually ask her to go live with Henny? Because I thought that was Henny that told her fans to keep hitting up Nikki until Nikki said yes. I don't know. Either way, Nikki didn't have to entertain her at all. I would have been more than excited to do Queen's Radio if that's all I got to do, and you're giving me a free feature as big as your name is. Like, do you want me to spend the night? Like, come on now. Now she only had 10 fans at the time. Y'all, ooh. Okay. I thought that was her people that kept contacting Nikki. I was about to say the Barbs, I don't think they knew about her like that yet. I could be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah, it's like they put a lot of money into this production, and he did not by any means necessary want his show to go up in smoke, especially with this being the first season, like the pilot and getting it off the ground. And see, this is what she's going to have to be careful. Playing with Law is something you don't want to do. The Emperor card, he's very well connected. Very, very well connected. And has been for a very long time. So, yeah. Yeah, looks like Law may be a big reason why she got cut off from this show and sent on her way. So, I'm going to save the rest for the deep dive, y'all. Because I want to get off into what type of things were brought to his attention, because it seems like there was a lot of communication behind the scenes where people were talking to him about what was going on with her, and he couldn't do it. He could not chance dealing with her. Now I see somebody said loose cannon. Y'all, that loose cannon situation, good googly moogly. So for those of y'all that aren't up on what's going on between Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, and Big U. Y'all, that situation is taking another turn, and it is looking like Loose Cannon may have implicated a whole nother crime where somebody got unalived, and it may fall on Big U. It's a, I want to say rumor has it that Loose Cannon was supposed to be a part of this situation, and he's trying to say it wasn't him. Um, the incident was, I believe, caught on a ring cam, and he was trying to get Whack 100 to get him the video because he said that it would show that he had nothing to do with it. Y'all, this situation is still actively under investigation. This is a cold case that has not been solved. Said, did you read her and Doechii? Not yet. I can do her and Doechii tomorrow. Yeah, I said Loose Cannon running those loose lips. He always does. He always does. I want to think about who was I watching yesterday. This was a YouTuber out of Cali. My apologies, y'all. I can't remember his name. But he made a suggestion, and I think it was really, really interesting. He said that what if Loose Cannon running his mouth on YouTube was actually a way of him snitching on everybody and lining everybody up and leaving breadcrumbs for the feds? And I thought that that was very intriguing because he was talking about how Whack 100 had mentioned that Loose Cannon had got picked up, went to jail. His wife, girlfriend, I don't know if they married or not, but she called Whack, talking to him about the footage and whatnot, and telling him that Loose had gotten locked up. He asked for, no, it wasn't Seti Nash. I know exactly who Seti Nash is. Seti Nash, the dark-skinned guy with the dreads. It definitely wasn't Seti Nash. This was a light-skinned guy. He always starts his intro riding down the street in his old school, hitting switches. She gave Whack his information, and Whack said everything that she gave him was wrong. So he had to call Loose Cannon's brother. Loose Cannon's brother gave him the right information, but they still couldn't find him. Come to find out, Loose Cannon got picked up by the feds. This was last year. He said this was like at least a year ago. So they picked him up and took him to a city that was like 2 hours away. And he said that he was going to go get him. And, excuse me. He said that they told him that somebody else was already on the way to go pick Loose Cannon up. So they also got to talking about how, I want to say Big U phone had been tapped for a while. So he was talking about a conversation that Loose Cannon had over the phone with another guy who he supposedly robbed. And this was before it came out that he had an incident with this guy. Said, did you see the list that they had for the Diddy trial? Prince Harry has me shocked. I don't know why y'all shocked. Listen, I told y'all that when they go to court for Diddy, it was going to be some very expensive and extensive names on that list. Y'all got to stop putting these people on these pedestals and thinking because they have, a certain amount of notoriety that they are not monsters, weirdos, or losers. Having money or having clout does not make you a good person. No, baby, it wasn't Nina Boy. I'm very aware of who he is too. This was a lighter skinned guy. I cannot think of his name. But he starts his show with the footage at the beginning of him in I want to say he got a drop top old school where he's hitting switches coming down the street. He's the only one that got that intro. Said, why is Tory on that list? Do y'all understand how many people have been to a Diddy party? We're talking about industry parties. Y'all got to know that everybody that's been to a Diddy party has not been to, the behind the scenes Diddy parties, if that makes sense. Everybody's not invited to the after party. Just because you got invited to the big party doesn't mean you got invited to whatever it might be going on in the house, if that makes sense. 90% of the industry could have been to a Diddy party. So will Mary, Faith, and Little Kim have to testify? It depends on how far the case goes. It, I I don't think as many people are going to testify as we believe they can, because he wants to have a swift trial. This trial is supposed to be over before we get good off into the summer. I want to say it's supposed to be over by June. But that's just this one trial, y'all. Y'all got to remember, he has over 100 people still suing him in civil court. So there's still much more to come out. So everybody didn't get invited to the freak sessions. Right. So now it makes sense why he wants to reconcile with his dad. He wants help on this. Who wants to reconcile with their dad? Right. So there's a party within a party. I'm pretty sure Tory did know their secrets. I'm pretty sure he did. What type of silly shit is that to say to somebody? You just get you out of here. So the prosecutor said they may have to move forward without one of their witnesses because they can't find them. Yeah, do y'all remember how they said everybody was leaving the country? I bet it is a few of them they can't find. Said, could this be the reason why Kanye has been wilding out and came out? No. Kanye had problems long before this. Kanye's problems stem from mental illness and childhood. If anything, this is just another, piece of hay to go on the whole pile. You said these bots of trolls be drinking bleach before they get on here. Ouch. My damn shoulder hurt. Oh my God. Said, is it true Odie is telling for the trial beside what he said in the past? I think Jonathan Odie would be a very interesting person to go on the stand. It just depends on, what they would have him there for and what he could have possibly witnessed, because he could have witnessed a lot, but that doesn't mean that it has anything to do with this prior case, or this current case rather. Said someone on the list weren't involved in the freak offs. Right. Absolutely. Said Prince Harry wants to reconcile with his dad. Okay, thank you. I'm like, who wants to reconcile with their dad? I mean, hell, he might need to. If he need to go back over there and escape just like half of Hollywood. Said Odie released the NDA. Diddy had him to sign. Well, here's the thing. NDAs do not hold up in the court of law, and they do not work if you are trying to get someone to sign an NDA to hide criminality. You cannot have people sign NDAs to keep them from speaking against you in a crime. It automatically makes it null and void. Ooh, y'all. Said, when Jay goes down, will Beyonce play the victim and act clueless? Well, nice to see you here, Seven Smith. I've never seen you here before. Welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays. Um, uh, that question means you're new here because I've been covering them for a while. She's not going to be able to play the victim. I don't care how she wants to. She should have left when she did Lemonade. Lemonade should have been her divorce album. Said, I believe he's their key witness. If he's their key witness, that's going to be dangerous for Diddy, because he also is saying that Diddy gave him STI, allegedly, that you can't get rid of. And he speaks about, being under the influence of something that he didn't agree to take as well. So, ooh, that this what they need to be worried about with this case is the fallout that's going to affect everybody else. Because there's no telling what's going to come out and how this is going to affect other people's careers and possibly have other people lined up to be in trouble as well. Said that's about like Q's story from day 26. Ooh. That's messed up. That is messed up. For those of you, hi from Pennsylvania. Hey, love, how are you? For those of you who are new to me, I do have a deep dive reading on life after Diddy. I need to start doing those again since, the case has started, where I did a life after Diddy reading, I want to say on Jonathan Odie. And that Jonathan Odie reading, that was a subscriber's request. And that, oh my God, that reading had the bottom of my stomach in knots. Said, I saw someone saying Harry could be the reason why Pierce invited Jag. Could Pierce have known this was coming? It's a very big possibility. Y'all forget Prince Andrew was named in some weird stuff over there at that island with Mr. Epilator. So he wouldn't be the first person in the royal family to be named in some weird stuff. This is about to be real hectic, y'all. Because, y'all, like I said, he has over 100 civil cases. Those civil cases, ooh, every last one of those cases has the propensity to possibly turn into a criminal investigation. So no matter what he does, it don't matter what he says. It's not if he's going to get time, it's how much time. Said Diddy about to Nino Brown everybody. Oh yeah, I told y'all that he ain't gonna go down alone. The spirit that's on him is not going to allow him to go out without taking anybody with him. So, the worst thing that could have happened between him and Jay was when Jay said that they're not friends and that they only know each other from work. So let's tap into loose cannon, y'all. I think I gave my arm enough time to do what it needs to do. Oh, Lord. Show me loose cannon. Loose lips sink ships. Aaron Hall left, babe. They said he was one of the ones that disappeared a few weeks back. He's been gone for a minute. Oh yeah, there's a lot of arguing with Loose Cannon about his choices. A lot of confrontation about things that he said, his actions. King of Wands. the Lovers, 5 of Swords. Now, there is a rumor on the Cali streets, and I heard this from Nina Boy, for whoever mentioned him earlier, that Big U was on the yard putting in work on both Brick Baby and Loose Cannon. And this was a few weeks ago. So this makes sense why he could possibly allegedly have beat the both of them up in the yard. Because it is alleged that both of these guys may have talked. He said Aaron Hall is in St. Louis. I don't know anything about that, but if he is, they can find him there. That ain't hard. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles represents work, and for him, work was like social media, YouTube. A lot of arguing, a lot of back and forth, a lot of conflict about how he conducted himself while working on social media. People are separating themselves from him, y'all. I feel like, what the heck is going on? Somebody hit somebody's car? Yeah, it's like people are walking away from him because they feel like he with the laws, or he brings the law with him due to his decisions. And this is energy of people walking away from him before law enforcement even showed up. It's like people knew all this talking he was doing was going to bring the law one way or the other. So he may have had a lot of people separating from him before this even took off. Now, as you can see here, you got the Fool card, and it looks like somebody was trying to escape. But we know he didn't get a chance to. So he knew it was coming, allegedly. So that gives a little credence to what WAC 100 said about him being picked up by the feds last year. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of conflict, a lot of arguing. It's like he knew he was being watched, y'all. This is the card of surveillance. Four of Cups, unrequited offers. So yeah, Loose Cannon knew he was being watched, which is even crazier. Because if you know you're under surveillance, you know that the people are watching you. Why in the world are you talking so much on social media? You're in love with my nose? Never heard that before, but okay. Thank you, I guess. 7 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Y'all. He's trying to defend himself because it's like, well, I didn't have anything to do with this. I didn't invest in this issue or this problem. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Eee. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, Lord. So he's trying to defend himself, saying that I'm not the cause of everything coming to an end, the Death card. He's like, you know, this could have happened either way. But I'm definitely seeing that he had authorities watching him for sure. Page of Swords is definitely under surveillance. Did his wife get picked up as well? First of all, you can't even spell, so I'm going to get rid of you just for that one. Did his wife get picked up as well? His girl, wifey. She might want to be very careful. It's like they may have froze their assets, y'all, because it's like here it is. She was doing well, and then boom. If she wanted to escape, she couldn't because something happened with the money. It's like she's trying to find new ways to make money, new ventures to go out and work in. Um, she's trying to figure out how to go in a new direction, where she should go from here. She might want to be careful. They say she's been on podcasts. Okay, so this is the new direction she's trying to go in for work. She could even be trying to attach herself to a whole nother man. Um, Wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh shoot, y'all, card done disappeared. I don't even know where it went. Oh, here it is. It hid all the way up under there. I would say don't don't trust what she's saying because I got a Knight of Swords. It was in reverse, Strength in reverse, Tower in reverse. So I'm gonna put these back in here just because they went all the way up under the table. But it's like she's doing damage control. She's trying to keep from having everything blow up in their face, trying to somehow, some way control the narrative and change the outlook of how this looks to people on the street. I don't see it working though. Yeah, eventually she's just gonna have to tell everybody that she's separating herself from him. She doesn't want to do it yet because it's early. Yeah, she's trying to decide which way should she go. Knight of Wands. So she may already have somebody she dealing with, y'all, allegedly. If she do, that was fast. Yeah, the Judgment card and the Ten of Pentacles. It's going to take a lot of money to get him the type of lawyer that he needs. And I don't see it happening, y'all. I don't see it happening. This is that it feels like you might have to cooperate type energy. Oh, here go the cooperation, y'all. Oh, damn. Um, allegedly. Don't be surprised if loose lips that sink ships cooperated. Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. This is why you don't let people tell you how gangster they are, because a lot of people get in those interrogation rooms and they hear those football numbers and they fold like an old lawn chair. A lot of people are not as street as people think they are. I don't care how gangster you are. When you hear those numbers and you know you ain't coming home, it change your mind. Not everybody can sit there and eat that time like good food. So even Brick Baby has a public defender. They ain't getting paid on no jumper. Oh, Lord. Said Angel, we said, oh, damn, at the same time. Whoo. Said Angel, can you also do a touch up on Rotimi from Power? He suddenly canceled his tour. Um, I'm not gonna touch Rotimi right now. Actually, y'all, the way my rotator cuff is acting, I'm gonna end this live a little early tonight. I'm gonna talk to y'all a little longer, but y'all, my arm is really, really acting up, and it's making it hard for me to shuffle. I don't like ending the show early, but I am not at my best right now. So will you still do the tap in on Anna Wintour? I'm going to put that in the deep dive. That deserves a big tap in. So I'm going to go ahead and put either a cold compress or a hot towel on my arm to relax my muscles. And I'm going to get up first thing in the morning, y'all, and knock out as many as I can. And you all will have it tomorrow. Everybody that is in my membership, I will see y'all tomorrow night. Oh, thank you, beautiful. That is so sweet of you. Let me use my good arm to put some love on there. Yes, I will still be doing the breakdown on sinners. Only reason why I haven't done it yet is because, yeah, it was raining so hard here. You couldn't see a hand in front of your face. And I didn't want to go out anywhere with the weather like that. So I will still be doing the breakdown of sinners. There were some things that I saw in some of the clips that I've picked up on that I haven't seen anybody else talk about yet when it comes to the spiritual side of it. So I don't want to speak on it until I see it fully myself, because I want to give you all a full breakdown from beginning to end. The music, the history, the culture of the Delta, because I already told y'all my people are from there. And also the spirituality of it from every group of people that were represented in Sinners, because all of those people didn't worship the same, they didn't believe the same, but they all were in this melting pot where they came together. So, oh, you said alcohol and ice in a Ziploc bag. I'm gonna try that, because baby, something got to give. I literally feel like it's somebody in my muscle just pulling. Whew. So y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna make this an early one. This is the shortest live I have ever done in the history of me being on YouTube, y'all. Oh my gosh. Everybody on Station Head, I love y'all. Be safe, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Good night. Be safe. And to all of you, I love y'all so much. I gotta go and do something, because I don't need my hand locked up tomorrow, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and rest it. I will see everybody in membership tomorrow night. I got a big old bottle of eucalyptus oil right over here. Shoot. Yep. Whew. So I'm gonna get up in the morning, y'all. I'm gonna record some of them as lives so that they don't take so long to upload. So expect like at least 2 lives, and then everything else can, upload at its regular pace. But I gotta go and get out of this chair, y'all, because it's starting to make my back hurt. I love y'all. Have a wonderful evening. And to all of my girls with the big girls, the entourage, please, whatever you do not wear them little medium dresses mashing your girls down. Okay? I see y'all soon. Who knows? I might do another pop-up live this week to make up for this one being a short one. Either way, I will be seeing y'all soon. And yes, the sinners breakdown is coming. So good night, y'all. I love y'all and talk to you soon. Would you say Ziploc ice and alcohol makes a great ice pack? Hell, I had to reread that the first time you said it. I thought you was telling me go have a drink. I said, you know what? That might help. Ouch. Ooh. Oh, hi to you from Iran. Well, I'm about to get out of here, baby, but see you here next week. Bye, y'all.